Hi guys, it is YouTube time. I told you guys when I started streaming I would make a mindset video, and about 9 months later I decided let's make that mindset video. The purpose of this video is to go over mindset tips I wish someone would have told me before I started trading. It's a combination of stuff I would have told myself from the beginning, as well as addressing issues I see a lot of new traders commonly struggle with. So let's get into it with the hard truth. I like hard truths first. So the hard truth about leverage trading crypto is hard and full of doubt. No matter what any trader says, there is no crystal ball, there is no perfect price prediction, no easy button, no trader has 100% win rate. If there was a magic crystal ball, I'd be on a beach in Chile smoking a fat one while reading a book off of Latina's ample backside. Also, in my experience, the traders who try to be perfect, the traders who try to be that guy, end up burning out the hardest and the fastest. So the key is to remember that no matter how good your technical analysis is, your indicators, your price action, we ultimately in crypto are at the whim of the market makers and their massive wallets. And market makers aren't bound by such things as technical analysis. If they press a button, the market moves regardless of your vision. So with that being said, try not to be perfect. That's how you hold on to losing trades or keep yourself from taking a winning position. Trading such as life is imperfect. That's where risk management, wallet management, a tested strategy, all of that come into play, but those are all videos for another day. Today, we're going to discuss mindset and how I approach trading to keep my mental health balanced, my mindset strong, and my ego under check. A good trader realizes that trading is educated guessing, not gambling. It's okay to be wrong because you're going to be wrong from time to time. We just have to learn from our mistakes and not ignore them. If you ignore them, you reinforce those actions, and it's going to lead to further unprofitability. Secondly on the list is basic price action. Can you identify lower lows, higher highs? Can you identify supports and resistances on higher time frames? Can you identify candle structure, or if it's bullish or bearish? Are we forming support or are we rejecting price? If not, you have some learning to do. I do have videos coming out on how I approach price action from an Unga Bunga standpoint, but there are a plethora of free resources to learn price action, and it shouldn't be too hard to weed out useful information from the bull crap. Beware of anybody selling courses. This stuff is easily learned for free. Don't pay for a convoluted course that somebody just copy pasted from a different source. Looking at a chart and not knowing what the candles are saying isn't trading, that's gambling. Learning price action is how you turn your gamble into an educated guess, and at the end of the day, crypto moves wildly, and it does this to whiplash your mind into FOMOing into a position. So understanding if a movement's a breakout, a breakdown, or a fake out is crucial. If you know what the coin's price action is, you're going to feel more confident in taking and planning your position. This part's important, and I need a lot of people to understand this part. It's learning to learn. Do you not only have the ability to learn, but the ability to learn how to learn? What I mean is that crypto is an ever-evolving, ever-changing beast, and the strategy that you use now might not work in a couple months when the market algo decides to flip away from your favor. So do you have the ability to learn when you're struggling and address your issues and adapt to the problem? That's the difference between learning one or two useful things and thinking you hit the lottery of knowledge. You need to know that you're consistently going to have to learn as long as you're trading crypto, since it moves so irrationally, with it being an emerging asset class. Keep bringing in knowledge, and always know your plan could change at a moment's notice. There is no magic indicator, no perfect strategy. In the end, it's about consistently leveling up your knowledge and experience. Also, someone can make a lot of money trading, so why not treat it seriously? Take notes, take the time and effort to learn things, educate yourself. Trying to enter the market with zero education or zero knowledge is how you end up with a zero balance. Now, to keep rolling on that learning how to learn, this one feeds off of that, and this one is super, super important, and that is keeping a trading journal. Your trading journal is going to be your baby. It's your holy grail. It's your whole data set on your trades and yourself. In this journal, you need to write about all your trades you take, the ones you didn't, why you took them, were you profitable, were you not, how are you feeling when you took the trade. Use this to identify areas that you can improve. And if you're winning, use this to hone in on your personal strategy. Also write how you're feeling personally aside from crypto. This will give you an idea of your trades and your headspace when you look back at it. In time, it'll become second nature. And when you look back at your previous journal entries, you're going to actually be able to gauge your process. I find it so comforting when I look back at my journal, and like my journal from 3 months in to my journal now, I've improved so dramatically, but that's because I've kept a data set on myself. Not only that, but my journal has turned into an Excel spreadsheet. That's a whole different story, but it starts with keeping a journal. You have to keep your trades. You have to keep data on yourself. All of it is super important if you want to become a winning trader. You have to know yourself, and part of that is keeping data on yourself. So that will roll into my next tip, and that is creating a set of rules for yourself. As you journal and you gain experience, you're going to recognize areas that you are good in and areas that you're lacking. Use them to form a set of rules and follow that rule. Whatever they are, they will reinforce self-discipline. For instance, I have a rule that absolutely under no circumstances do I FOMO into a position. If for instance, if I want to short and I didn't enter on a green candle and there's red candles forming, I don't enter it. If I feel like I'm missing out on the move, I already have. The second I feel FOMO, I've already become exit liquidity in my experience. So I've created a list of rules and I stick to them. FOMOing being one of them, but for everybody, it's a little different. For you, it depends on your personal psychology and what you do wrong. Some people FOMO, some people sit back and do nothing. Some people have totally other different problems. So part of that is understanding what your problems are and creating rules so you don't experience those problems again. The next section in this video is know the crypto you're trading. Realize that you need to understand whatever crypto you want to trade, and it takes time. For me, I was lucky enough to have 5 years in the market before I entered the leverage market. But for newbies, I recommend watching the market for 3 months to try to study the market and its movements. If you have a coin in mind, I recommend getting to know that coin intimately. Every nook, every cranny, every movement, every swing, every area it pumped from, every area it dumped from. It takes experience to trade, and the best way to start is to just watch and take mental trades while journaling. See if you would have succeeded or not. The longer you study the charts, the better you will understand the crypto you want to trade. Paper trade, then when you actually start trading, start with very small positions. Paper trading is cool, but there's a whole other mental and emotional factor when you're using real money. So don't go broke while learning. Small positions and take profit early and a lot till things start to make sense. You want to reinforce opening and closing winning positions and not enforce holding on to the bad ones. All right. This next portion is important, and I feel a lot of traders need to hear this. It is the ego check. As traders, it is really easy to make a couple winning trades and the ego takes over, inflating a fake sense of confidence. This tends to be where most traders fail. Traders must always remember to stay humble, or else be humbled by the market. Remember, your portfolio is always a market maker button away from going poof, and your ego makes you over leverage and over market or over margin and start breaking the rules. that you set up for yourself once you have a strategy in place. Be humble in your wins. Give yourself the time to celebrate your wins, and then get yourself together and move on, because you're going to have to do it over and over again. Learn to separate your ego from trading, because it makes it less harmful when you lose. And when you win, the dopamine rush doesn't wreck your brain so hard into thinking that you're biggest dickus, and then the market reverses on your overconfident ass. You need to control those rushes of emotion. Also, control your ego. There's always a bigger fish, as Obi-Wan Kenobi once said. Also, a note to the new traders. My wrestling coach used to tell me, winners focus on winning. Winners don't focus on other winners. The same thing goes for trading. If you're consistently comparing yourself to the next guy, you're never going to allow yourself room to improve. You are the only trader that matters, because it's your money. Pay no mind to the next man. There's no reason to be envious. There's no reason to see anything as competition. Instead of being envious, turn that envy into curiosity and reach out to see if there's anything that person can teach you. 9 times out of 10, that person will be very happy and willing to help you. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Focus on your situation, not the next person, and you will be so much happier. Okay, let's go over the trader versus trader fallacy. A lot of traders seem to think that trading is PvP. It's actually trader versus market maker and exchanges. So technically it's TV, MM, and E. Instead of treating other traders as enemies, try to reach out to each other and network. Build a little squad you guys can bounce ideas off of. Remember, 3 or 4 heads are better than 1. So find a group that'll celebrate your wins, but will also support you when you're losing, and also try to help you as well. If you trade with people who find joy in your losses, you need to leave that group. Surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed, and cut out anybody that finds pleasure in your losses. Crypto trading's hard enough to begin with. Why trade with people who are plotting on your future? That's why at the Biscuit Box, I'm trying to foster a supportive environment, free from like that typical fake machismo and incel energy that oozes from most crypto communities. I don't care whether you're a bull or a bear. Here at the Biscuit Box, the only thing that matters is whether you want to be profitable. Anything else is trivial. All right, so this one a lot of people need to hear, because I feel like you guys got the game fucked up. Trading means getting rich slow and going broke fast. If you're trying to make $1 million in one trade full porting with no plan, you're gonna lose. Learn to create a strategy and rules and stick to those rules. Discipline is everything. You have to learn to fight those human emotions that tell you to FOMO in. It's always a bad idea. Instead, take the time to build a winning strategy and stick to it unless it stops working. Then go back to the drawing board. Don't think because you saw some Twitter post where some dude made $1 bajillion on a trade that you could do the same thing. Those are just market makers trying to manipulate you into FOMOing all of your money into one trade. Remember, Rome was not built in a day, and neither will your fortune. Not having the ability to control your greed will wreck your portfolio. Risk and greed management is important. That's why I do have a guide coming out sooner than you guys think. Stay tuned. So just remember, you get rich slow, you go broke fast. My next tip is learning how to reach out if you need to. Learn to be able to ask somebody more experienced if you're lost. A second pair of eyes will always help you with your own confusion, because no matter how good you think you are, the market will always throw you a curveball, and sometimes a second pair of eyes will help flesh out the vision. You know what I mean? This next tip is for people who been trading for a while, or for people who have been going hard on trading, and that is take some time to touch some grass. Learn to take some time off and enjoy your life. Crypto is literally cortisol maxing, and without a positive outlet, the stress will accumulate and you will burn yourself out or poison your personality. Crypto and money is wonderful, but enjoying your life at the same time makes it so much better. Remember, the point of leverage trading is to be able to make your money and enjoy your life. So if you're not doing anything you don't enjoy, this will creep in and seep in and ruin other facets of your life. Crypto is wonderful, but at the same time, it can be terrible. And you need to learn how to have positive outlets, keep friends around, or else you're going to become a shitty little crypto goblin. So remember that. This next point is a point I feel like a lot of traders need to hear, and that is finding your happy place. Trading should be enjoyable, so if you are not taking trades that you end up happy with, you have to reassess whether or not trading is for you. To paraphrase a very famous painter, it's about the happy little trades. Instead of consistently opening up losing trades and getting addicted to watching your money go away, focus on trades that end in profit and reinforce the habit, and you will get better. In the end, it's brick by brick, not all at once. It doesn't matter if it's 30, 300, or 3,000. If you made profit on the position and it made you happy, you won. Keep doing it. You're doing better than other people. Keep it up, champ. This next part seems meaningless, but it's pretty important, and that's the power of trying to stay positive. As crypto traders, it is really easy for you to get physically and emotionally drained from trading and to be drained by the people in the same sphere as you. People thrive on watching other people fail, so you need to protect your energy. In this crypto space, it is really easy to lose a little bit, and then you become very, very negative, and all you want to do is see other people fail. That is a terrible mindset to have. It is a terrible way of thinking. And at the end of the day, that energy that you put out will be received from the universe back onto you. So that's why I always tell people you have to stay positive. I mean, unless you know you're a terrible trader, then stop trading and still be positive. But the power of positivity works very well in life. It'll get you far. Lastly, but certainly not leastly, it is the full-time trader temptation. So you're a new trader, you've taken a couple trades and you've made a couple $1,000s. And now you're asking yourself, should I become a full-time trader? Most people in this junction have less than 3 months of trading exposure and got a little lucky and have no idea the roller coaster of bullshit that they're in for. For these people, I suggest stay at your job for the next year. In the end, having 2 forms of income is better than having 1 form of income. And 1 year will give you enough time to see if you're cut out for it, or whether or not you just had a lucky streak. For most traders, if they can get to 1 year, they've most likely created a strategy, stuck to it, and created some sort of self-discipline. Above all, they've probably learned patience. I recommend keeping your job while learning, because if the market chugs to a halt and you don't have a bankroll to cover yourself, you're going to go broke. And you're going to hope you kept your middle management job at Home Depot. So 2 forms of income's always better than 1 form of income. Trading takes a lot of time to get good at, but it takes years to master. And even then, nothing is a guarantee. Your plans never will hit perfectly. So take it slow, day by day. Use every day as a learning opportunity. And in time, you will be a fucking sicko. Don't rush the process. It'll all make sense in the end. Be patient. Worry about learning. Protect your energies. And keep excelling. Keep being patient. Keep being positive. It will help you. I have a couple more videos in the works. They will be coming out with regularity. The next one will be out on wallet management and greed management, because knowing how to manage your bankroll is totally different than fighting off your wallet goblins. So be sure to follow, like if you liked the video, dislike it if you didn't. I don't give a fuck. And comment if you think I missed anything or you want me to cover anything else in a future video. Remember, if you don't open your eyes to the market, you will inevitably end up just opening your ass. So don't be that person. Keep your eyes open. Thank you for watching, and be sure to join the Discord. It is always 100% free with daily market updates and the best damn voice chat on Discord. There is more to come, and every day we get better. We are building. We just got to about 350 members. We are a couple months ago. We were at 0, so we're growing, and we are getting better every day. Join the Discord. I'll see ya. Bye.